U.S. airlines asked not to place 5G network near airports because of possible disruptions. Carriers believe that placing a 5G network closer than 3 kilometers from an airport could disable a significant number of planes and lead to disruptions. FAA, in turn, warned of the threat to flight safety. American passenger and cargo airlines have appealed to the U.S. administration with a letter in which they asked not to place 5G towers near the runways, otherwise it would threaten the failures, reports Reuters. The appeal was sent, in particular, American Airlines, Delta Air Lines, United Airlines, Southwest Airlines, and other carriers. The message is addressed to National Economic Council Director Brian Deese, Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg, FAA Administrator Steve Dickson, and Federal Communications Commission, FCC, Chairman Jessica Rosenworcel. The airlines believe that C-band, 3.7 to 4.2 GHz C-band, RBC, 5G could put a significant number of wide-body aircraft out of service and potentially cause tens of thousands of Americans to be stranded overseas. Volunteer of the AFU skeptical about U.S. promises to supply Ukraine with lethal weapons. In America, they cannot fail to understand that the defeat of the Ukrainian army will be almost lightning fast, which means that the promised aid simply will not have time to reach them. Yuri Kazyanov is sure. This was his reaction to the words of U.S. Senator Richard Blumenthal, who promised that if Russian troops invaded Ukraine, the United States would provide the latter with lethal weapons. In Kazyanov's opinion, such promises are nothing more than routine words of support, since Ukraine will be defeated before the weapons arrive. On the first day, they will bomb all rear bases, warehouses, and other important facilities. On the second day, they will encircle the troops in Donbass, reach Kiev, and land paratroopers in Boryspil, Gostomel, and Zelyony, he wrote in his personal blog. The volunteer noted that in such a scenario, the lethal weapons of the U.S. can then only be delivered by secret paths across the border, but it is unlikely to be useful. In addition to the United States, Lithuania and the United Kingdom volunteered to supply lethal weapons to Ukraine.